fish.
Hi there, Father Fish here, and I'm looking at Old Faithful. Old Faithful is my 20-year-old. No, I've been saying that for a couple of years now. It's about 22, almost 23 years old. Old Faithful. I thought we'd take a walk through it today. Meet some of the animals that live in it. Look at some of the plants. Talk about the tank a little bit. This has about a 4-inch deep substrate. It started out with 2.5 to 3 inches. And about 10 years ago, I added another inch. Now, in truth, I should add another inch now. It has a silt buildup. And I do not remove silt. So putting even half an inch of sand on top of that will allow the silt to precipitate into the substrate. So I probably will do that. I went to a sand pit recently and bought about a half a ton of sand, so I have enough to do this. Let me explain a little bit about this tank. Let's start up top with the light. I have 5 LED strips. A lot of light. The double in the front. These are 40 watt. 340. Actually, it's 540 watts. I think the smaller ones, no, I think they're 40 watts. So I've got 200 watts on this tank. It's a 40-gallon tank. That's a lot of wattage. But as you can see, it doesn't have a problem. Does not have a problem with it. So those are all the lights. I have a heater in the tank because it gets cold where I am. I do not currently have a sponge filter or an air stone in here. I have a little pump that's nearby, but I'm not using it at present. Don't seem to really need it. Let's give you the long view here. Let me back up a little so you get the whole view. It's a little female bushy nose Plecostomus. I need a male for her. Brought her back from Florida. Had a male, lost him on the way. So it goes all the way back. It's a 4-foot tank. Now, let me describe some of the plants in here. The tall plants are Sagittarius. They're a sag that gets about 5 foot long, and some of these are that long. I think I only have one sword in here. That's this one you're looking at. And it is an ocelot. The plant in the back is Rotella Willichi. I've got some more down the other end. There's also Java fern back here. I have more of that as well. And these are, this is a red tiger lotus and an Aponogeton. The Ulvaceous, I believe. Aponogeton Ulvaceous, just a lovely, lovely plant. And this is another red tiger lotus. It's doing quite well. And then I have a garden of cryptocoranes. I've got, I think, 3 different crypts in here. I have undulata, retrospiralis, and Wente red. These are all crypts here in the front. And there's another one back there. You can see this Sagittarius is kind of all over the place. The plant in the back that looks like grass is a narrow leaf Vallisneria, and it's pretty narrow leaf. And there's some more Wente with some more Java fern back here in the corner. What is that floating? Oh, it's leaves. And there are floating plants, and I don't know what half of them are. They have come in with various things. Here's a kabamba. But this one is not a baby tears. I don't know what it is. Maybe somebody can figure it out. Nice plant. Just growing it as a surface plant. Okay, so this is the Lady Pleco's little den. And the little fish above it, the betta, can we see it? Well, I just scared them away. I have half a dozen. They hatched about 2.5 months ago. So there's one right there. Why can't I see it? They're hiding. These are pencil fish. They're a scarlet pencil. And that's a goby back there. I don't know what kind of goby. I'll try to look it up. These are pencils. There's a school of about 6 to 8 of them in here. And there also are 2 pair of panchaks, of a killifish. Here's another pencil. The tank is full of snails. There's the goby. There's a killie. That's a male. And a pencil. And the goby. The tank is full of snails. There are mystery snails. There are nearite snails. And there are these little MTSs. Thousands of them. If you look carefully in the bottom, you'll see. There also are bladder snails in here. Oh, here's another plant. Here's a banana plant. It's got some little, pretty little leaves on it. Looks like just one. two leaves, I guess. A new leaf. You can see on the bottom I have foodweb. I have foodweb in here. The pencilfish love it. They all do. Oh, there's another species of fish in here we haven't seen yet, and that's the Formosa. It's a native live bearer, one of the tiniest fish in the world. The males get not even half an inch. The females do not grow to an inch. There are about 50 of them in here, but they're pretty tiny and pretty hard to see. They survive on the food web. Another pencil. The males have been sparring today. I do have some video that I'm going to include with this, showing them fighting with each other, looking for dominance, I expect. Pretty fish. These are the pencil fish. And there comes the goby. There he is. And the killie coming in. That's a male. There, as I said, there are two pairs. Some more pencils. So here's our walkthrough of Old Faithful. Let me show you more of this bottom. It is as close to a natural, I would say it is in fact a natural aquarium with a natural foundation in which things are just growing out of it, living in it. It's wild. The whole system is wild. I admire the technique of random natural selection. There's one of the bettas. Oh, look, he got lost again. I keep trying to... There's a female killie. So, okay. Well, there's a betta back there. Golly, they dart out of the way as soon as I try to show them. All right, well, hope you've enjoyed this little visit to Old Faithful. You see it in the background all the time, but I never really have given anybody an opportunity to look at it kind of in depth. It's so full of plants, you really have to struggle to see through. Well, I think that's part of the joy of it. Oh yes, there are pygmy cories in here. Habrosus, about a dozen habrosus. I have fish in here I've forgotten I have. And I'm adding to it continuously. The tank is in a growth spurt now and is taking on new life, so it's pretty exciting. Very good. Don't forget to click on that subscribe button down there if you haven't done so, and check out some of our other videos. Go to our store. Our store is father.fish. Where'd he go? There he is. Father.fish. And we sell all of these plants. So you can get any of them you see here. I may not give you these specific ones, although I may. It just depends if I can get them in or not. There's a Bennett. Visit us on Discord. There he is. The link is down below. And love your fish. Thanks for popping in. Nice to have this chance to visit and show off Old Faithful here. Bye for now.